My name's Raleigh, and I'm going to be walking through a dashboard that was created for an AI labeling service with the idea in mind of helping clients come in, create new projects where they upload raw data and can manage and watch as their data gets labeled by our team. So the company that this is designing for has a team of remote labelers and has a very involved process with the client. So here in the dashboard, this shows overall as files are labeled, some key metrics, but more importantly, the active projects, the completed projects, the ability to get in touch, and alerts and notifications as they come in. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's say I want to create a new project. So here you have the option to either go with a free test project where you run 25 samples, or be a full service client, or do more of a self-managed service. So let's go with the free test project for now. Here you can choose your annotation type. So they're organized by data type, and users in this labeling space have a number of use cases. So let's go with image classification. I can see the general price right here, 8 cents per classification. Now, importantly, I need to define what I want labeled in those classes. So here, as the user, I can write what classes I'm interested in labeling, the labeling description, and I can upload a reference image. All right. This offers the user a chance to put in free-form requirements. So often with these labeling projects, they can vary a lot in what the client is trying to achieve from them. So providing an overview of the requirements and describing any rules or special use cases, as well as giving the user the opportunity to indicate if they have a particular timeline, were key features that we identified in the needs for this page. Finally, let's upload data, let's get started. We put this at the end of the process so that the user can be sure that they want to go through the work of defining their project before finding their file or making sure that they have a file to upload. So the user can upload via the cloud, FTP, or if they're a returning user from an existing data set, say they want to run a different kind of labeling on an existing piece of data. So let's just say I'm uploading a file. Woo, we did it. That was too easy, too good to be true, but let's continue. Finally, we give the user a little bit of insight into the workflow to expect, and generally we audit all annotations one time, but the user can indicate that they'd like the annotations to be looked over 2 or 3 times if they want to improve the touch level and improve accuracy for about a 30% increase to total project cost. So next, we offer a little caveat of what to expect next, and the user can submit for review. So that's a gist of what the Create project flow is. Let's look at an opened project really quick. So here, those freeform text boxes and the class and label identifications go here into a project requirement document. We also have to have a client agreement. This is going to be developed with a DocuSign API, so the user will be able to sign and pay within the platform, but in a formal way. Here are records that have happened on the account. The user can search or view all. There is also the ability to open a template. The template is the view that the annotators see as they're doing the work. So the user, we don't want the client to have to interact with this too much because it can be a little bit confusing, but if they'd like to, they can go through and interact with it. Some key metrics. These are our 3 phases. So the execute phase is the labeling being done by our team of annotators. The auditing phase is quality control and leadership overview. And then approval is actually the client side, if they approve all data or not. So if they want to go through the acceptance process, they can spot check with sets of files at a time. They can bulk accept, and if they do spot check, then they'll get an acceptance right here. And we have a few files that give them some interesting information, and they can add a comment, they can say yes, no, or skip. and go through a few files, and when they exit this, they get an idea of how many images they've spot checked and what the acceptance rate was for those images. Finally, the user can download all labeled data, or they can choose specific formats and specific aspects of the labeled data and download right here. One other feature is if they want to do all of the same requirements of a page, but they want to do a new batch of data, we have a simpler project creation process where it just creates the same project with a batch 2, and the user can simply upload data, review the existing requirements, and submit the batch for review. Thank you. That's all.